Hello there, food wishers. Welcome to a Saturday edition of Behind the Recipe. And yes, you just caught me glancing up at the laptop to make sure it's Saturday. That's how busy I've been. We've been so much going on. Hence all the incorrect information in the link to this chat again. I got the day and date right. Just I put this was going to be about chicken. Anyway, thank you for bearing with me. I will get it together soon, or not. Who knows? But anyway, it is Saturday. This is the Behind the Recipe chat. And yes, we are talking about holiday ham and potato casserole, also known in certain areas as scalloped potatoes and ham. I just wanted it to sound a little, I don't know, more holiday-ish, more casserole-ish. So we're going to get into that. But I got some production information, some production notes to pass along to the many non-members that are watching this chat. First of all, hello there. I totally screwed up, not just the name of the chat when I shared the link. Apparently on the settings, I made this chat, the link to this chat publicly available, not unlisted as I usually do. So if you're confused, here's what's going on. Twice a week, the day after we post a video, for the members, and if you're wondering what the heck's a member, that's what that little join button is under each video. If you join and pay a very nominal fee, was it $4.95 a month, something like that? $4.99? Anyway, if you pay a small but important extra, whatever you want to call it, payment, you become a full-blown Food Wish member, and mostly what you get for that is 2 extra live chat. Well, we don't do any live chats for the public, but 2 live chats a week the day after we post. They're about 20, 25 minutes-ish, and we talk about the recipe and so much more. So sometimes we talk about life and current events, and even sometimes if we have time, the weather. So why I'm explaining all this is because when I started the chat, I'm like, oh my God, there's 55 people in the chat. And then I realized I had the settings set to public, which I then changed. So good news, bad news. If you found the link and you're not a member, feel free to lurk and watch and participate in the viewing of the chat. Unfortunately, unfortunately, only members are able to type a question. So I guess if you're watching and you want to type a question, just go ahead and hit the join button and do the deal. But no, this was not an evil trick to drum up a little business. I just clicked on the wrong button and made the link to this chat public, not unlisted. And that is all I wanted to explain. So thank you to the members for bearing with me for that. I didn't want any non-members completely confused why they were watching this chat and why they couldn't participate. You're not even supposed to be watching at this point. But like I said, if you do want to participate in our twice a week live with Chef John chats, go ahead and join, and you can participate in all the fun. And I mean that literally. We have a lot of fun in these chats. Mostly it's me stumbling around trying to answer questions I don't have answers for. But every once in a while, I think I do pass along some decent advice. And we have quite an entertaining and fun group of folks that generally join in. So that's the deal. In fact, thank you, Cheryl, for participating and joining in and becoming an official Food Wisher. All right, let's go back. Let's go to the top so I can show people what these chats are supposed to be like. It's me answering questions and commenting on your comments and so forth. And then we're also going to help Bob with his feet. All right, here we go. Craig, top of the list, top of the chat. Is there anything better in life than warm and tasty ham potato casserole? No, Craig, there is not, except possibly the leftovers reheated with a poached egg on top. That arguably maybe could be better. I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. But Craig, I agree. There's nothing better than warm ham and potatoes layered with cheese and cream sauce. I could eat that every day of my life. although it would not be a super long life if we just ate that every day. But yes, I am in agreement. And then Bob Schwartz is looking for some calf's foot for his Passover soup. Bob, isn't calf's feet just a less offensive description of veal shank? Or is it literally the foot? Is it the hoof? I'm not familiar with a calf's feet soup. I've seen it and heard it on some kosher menu blog, whatever things. So I've never made it. I've never had it. But I'm pretty sure calf, a young cow, isn't that just veal? So can't you just use veal shank, or are you saying you can't find veal shank? So I'm thinking you just if you're looking for like a store that has a sign, calf's feet special this week, you might have trouble. Now, someone I think gave some advice. Hey, well, yeah, Mayday Garden. Go check out a store catering to the Mexican community. I think that is a fantastic resource. There's some amazing Mexican-inspired butcher shops and meat stores in this area, and they have everything. Is in every single part of the animal, tip to tail, nose to you know what. And I would go look in there. But again, I think you should settle for veal shank, which I think is going to be really close to calf's feet. And if you only buy one, it's calf's foot soup, right? All right. Hello to everybody saying hello, moving along. People are welcoming the new member. Very good. Very nice. Very polite. Quiet Mike, been a member for 29 months. Madam Magoo, 29 months. Oh my God, everyone's, do you get a new color icon when that happens? And Bob, yes, Bob. There are, what do you call them? Outlanders, outsiders? No, don't call them outsiders. We're all food worshipers. And again, if you are participating and confused why you can't ask a question, this is a members only chat that no one in the public is supposed to even know about. And I screwed up and did the wrong link or did the wrong setting. Click the wrong check button. There's so many check buttons on YouTube. It's a miracle I don't do that more often. And then Heather has an interesting tidbit here. Her dad called these hog rotten potatoes. Why would your dad call them that? Hog rotten potatoes. It is not an appetizing name. It's funny. I'm getting a chuckle out of it. But Heather, why did your dad call something like this hog rotten potatoes? Is that a local inside joke or something? I don't know. Scrolling along. Madam Magoo, since the first half of my Czech dumplings exploded. I saw that. That was a funny picture. I threw in some caraway and baked it as a small loaf. It was surprisingly like a rye Japanese milk bread. Interesting. Well, Madam Magoo, turning lemons into lemonade as usual. Well done. Yeah, and it could have been the pre-cooked nature of the Wondra. I really don't know. But you know what? Whenever a good accident mistake happens in the kitchen, I think we just count our blessings and move along. Enrico has a good question about not this recipe, but the last chat recipe, which was orange chicken, as it's also pronounced. If you want to intensify the orange, would you just double everything orange? Well, you could. Enrico, but don't do it. It had the perfect amount of orange flavor. And don't use our orange marmalade. It's too sweet. So no on the marmalade. Yes, you could just use more orange juice and reduce it. If you wanted to intensify the orange flavor, you could put zest in the sauce, more zest. But Enrico, I thought it was perfect. Of course, having said that, you're the Enrico of fill in the blank. I can't do this on the fly. So you put in as much orange as you want. And yes, that's the only way to increase the orange would be more orange. But personally, I thought it was perfect. Katie Lynn says this dish is a must-do. I agree. And yeah, Lard is making a point. Wonder is pre-gelatinized, so it would be a similar effect that you got when we did the milk bread. When we cooked some of the flour, had to make that starchy glob. So that all makes sense now. Bob, I like Guy Fieri. I don't have an aversion. When he first started, I didn't know how to take him because all I knew is he came from that new chefs, next network star, blah, blah, blah contest. But then he wasn't the next star. He was just a guy that was driving around going to diners. But over the years, I've come to appreciate Guy, not just for the show. He's apparently one of the nicest guys in the history of the world and does like more work for charity than he does for money. And he does like a tremendous amount of work for money. He's like on 24/7. So I'm a big fan of the man, the myth, the legend that is Guy Fieri, even though his name is not pronounced like it's spelled. I'm a fan. All right, moving along. David Carbone wants to know, instead of ham, could you use boneless, skinless chicken thighs? Of course, yes. Pork, veal. David, any thinly sliced or shredded meat between those layers would be fantastic. I don't know how it wouldn't be. There's no way it's not going to be good. If you like the meat you're layering, I predict you will like the casserole. Now, keep something in mind. Chicken, pork, veal are not salty cured meat like ham is. So that nitrate infused salty sweet goodness, maybe a little bit of smokiness also, that's also being imparted into the potatoes, which is why a ham and potato casserole works so well. So feel free to switch out any meat you want, but maybe you got to adjust a few things here and there to compensate if you want the same kind of final effect. Goat Master, hey, Quiet Mike with the 3 chilies. That counts as words, though. Don't do emojis count as words? I don't know. Goat Master Flash, I've been experimenting with potato croutons over the last few months. My favorite so far, Brussels sprouts. Oh, my favorite so far had Brussels sprouts, and I ran out of dairy milk, so I used coconut milk in its place. So, Goat Master Flash, your favorite crouton over the last few months was a Brussels sprout coconut milk version. That is, well, beyond interesting. That's fascinating. And I don't see why that wouldn't work at all. So it's no surprise you enjoyed that. And that's one of the great joys of cooking. You use what you have, and every once in a while, you're looking at a plate of food that no one's ever eaten before. Now, somewhere has someone made a Brussels sprout coconut milk potato gratin? Maybe, probably. But, I like to think when that happens that as you're digging in, you could think, I might be the first human in history to enjoy this. So that's kind of cool. Madame Magoo, would a little Dijon take away from this? There's only one way to find out. And I know that sort of an answer always sounds kind of like a blow off or flippant or whatever. But there is no way to know, since I didn't put a little Dijon in, if it would take away. I don't think it would, because a little Dijon with ham and potatoes sounds like it would work great. So I think you should try it. I think you should report back. And I think it probably will work. David Carbone visited an Asian market and saw some thinly sliced Wagyu beef, whole duck, chicken feet, eel, window shopping only. And then he only bought veggies. David, that comment started off so good, and then it was sort of anticlimactic, I have to say, that you only bought vegetables. How did you not buy any, I don't know, Wagyu beef and chicken feet for a pho or something like that? Madam Magoo wants to know if there's any pics of Kismet and other chef activities. Madam Magoo, I'm working on it. So busy. I know I keep using that excuse, but I took a couple videos I just haven't posted yet. I got a little peek inside our completely ridiculous greenhouse that's filled with bugs, because like an idiot, I put it on wood chips, and I basically made a giant incubator for what's the word? Hatching. That's the correct term. Hatching bugs. I'm growing plants and bugs in the greenhouse. So we've been just insane with projects. But I do want to do a walkthrough of the vegetable beds. I took a chance. We got our tomatoes in early. Potatoes are doing well. Garlic is going crazy. So I promise within the next day or two, I will do a little walk around with a video, and we'll show you some of the glorious sights and sounds from Kismet. Sorry for the wait. Whoops, all the comments went by. Okay, and if you're new, and you're not supposed to be in the chat, and I explained that earlier. I can't do it again. Near the end of the chat, which we're getting to, I always go over what the next 2 videos coming up are. And man, stay tuned. You're in for a treat. There's just 2 blow your mind videos coming up. So hold on, stay tuned. Let me scroll through and make sure I didn't miss any questions before I get to that. Go Master Flash wants a moment of silence for Quiet Mike's achievement. I don't know. That might be a little overdone, but good going. Quiet Mike, 29 months. Madam Magoo, 29 months also. Poached egg would make it better. Craig agrees. All right, looking for question marks now. So Bob says it has to be the foot. Bob, I can't help you. I have no idea who sells calves feet or veal feet or any feet for that matter, except I do once in a while see chicken feet. All right, here we go. Scrolling down. David Carboni says, warning, if you're not a member but are here, what happens here stays here. David, we can't control that. It's all out there now. But I appreciate your sentiments. Heather says, my dad preferred chuckles to everything. Okay. David Carboni says $30 a pound for Wagyu beef. That might have been a deal breaker. Joshua, not related to this video, but do you have any tips for someone with a tiny kitchen? No, you're lucky. Tiny kitchens are easier to work in as long as you got some amount of space, because then you don't have to move around. I got a giant kitchen now, and I walk like 6 miles every time I do a recipe. Have to prep on dining room table due to lack counter space. You know, when the weather's nice, Joshua, set up a table outside. Put up an umbrella. I've been doing that lately when I cut cabbage or broccoli or cauliflower, stuff that just gets everywhere in the kitchen and is like annoying to clean up. Make yourself a little outdoor prep area under a tree. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Card table. Go Home Depot, grab a piece of plywood, oil it down, make yourself a giant makeshift cutting board, and do your prep outside. I know that doesn't work for, inclement weather, but that's what I'd like to do and what I think you should do. So yes, you only have so much room in the kitchen. What are you going to do? You got to move it to other locations. Madam Magoo, I know that was fine. Don't worry. Yes, if the looky-loos, as you call them, the people that I tricked into watching this chat by accidentally making the link public, yes, we do show stuff from around the property here, the new location. We've been here for over 1.5 years now, so it's not so new. But anyway, besides the chats, there are little tidbits, bobcats and foxes fighting, turkey, name an animal, it's walked by the camera at some point. All right. Moving down. I think I got all the questions. I think maybe. All right. I'm going to go into what's on tap next. And then if I missed your question, please repost it because I hate missing questions. All right. The next 2 recipes coming up. And this is, again, all public videos. I don't want anyone to get confused. If you're in the chat and you're like, wait a minute, why is it that I can see this, but I can't ask a question? All the videos, all the recipes are always public. Always, I don't do any private for member cooking videos, probably much to their chagrin. But when I talk about these videos coming up, these are the public 2-a-week classic Food Wish videos we've been doing for, what is it, like 15 years? I can't believe I've been doing this so long. Hopefully you can't tell. Okay, the next video coming up is a baked puffy taco. Not just any baked puffy taco, but a baked fish puffy taco. And yes, I had to cheat and use flour tortillas, but I don't care. It came out so good and puffy and crispy on the outside. And then we have this beautiful fish, tender and moist and juicy inside. And I think it is, all false modesty aside, the perfect fish taco and the perfect puffy taco at the same time. So next video on, what is it? Tuesday, puffy fish tacos. And no, not tacos made from puffy fish. No puffer fish tacos. I don't have a license to cut that. Puffy tacos with fish. And then, as if that was not enough excitement, a week from yesterday. I'm going to finally post my version, my take, my vision of the famous, world famous Korean style cream cheese garlic bread. I will pause to let that sink in. It is insanely, insanely delicious. It's a carb bomb. It's a calorie bomb. It is thebomb.com, as we used to say. What it's not is a sugar bomb. I've cut down the sugar. It is even better, I think. But what do I know? I'm not Korean or have never been to Korea. But I am not putting like a cup of sweetened condensed milk into cream cheese and then dipping it in garlic and eating it. So I cut out a lot of the sugar. I added some green onion to make it even more oniony and garlicky sort of feeling, which added a lot of savoriness. It also added sweetness, but not that cloying condensed milk sweetness. So I think you're going to be very, very excited by the next two videos. All right, that's it. We're at 21 minutes. Did we get all the questions? I think so. Did we unconfuse all the non-members that were watching this? I hope. And again, if you want to be a member and you're still watching and you didn't click off in disgust because there's a thing known as membership, please hit the join button under any video and join us twice a week. And also, like I said, you get the occasional picture of me mowing the lawn or chasing a bobcat that has a quail in its mouth because I don't want to, catch the quail myself. No, that video didn't happen. But anyway, you get the point. Stay tuned or tune in, and then you stay tuned for lots of little updates and news flashes. And mostly, though, the two completely private, exclusive, a tradition like no other, as I steal the Masters Tournament tagline, live chat. So join or don't. Just occasionally watch when I make a mistake and hit the wrong button. And I think I'm done. All right. Did everyone get what they need? Madam Magoo, do we come commando? Bob will. Okay. I got to read here we go. David Carboni. Chef, if you were to hear some noises in the night, it might be a commando group of us surprise painting your door. Oh my God. We were talking about the door today, David. And for you non-members, the longest running joke, Michelle and I have been trying to repaint our front door for almost a year. And in fact, I think we lost our good friend Featherbush. He got disgusted I haven't done the door after sending me really nice whiskey and cigars to celebrate because I said it was doing it that weekend. Anyway, no, the door's not done yet. But rumor has it we might reshake the paint, bring it into town to have the paint reshook or reshuck. I don't know what the proper grammar is on that. But anyway, I will let you know when the door is painted. No commandos do not come on the property to paint the door. We have armed guards all over the place. Speaking of commandos, so be careful. Enter at your own risk. And everybody, thank you for participating. A fun chat as always. If you accidentally ended up here, sorry, it was not an actual public chat, but hopefully you got a couple laughs or at least raised your eyebrows a few times. All right. No, again, I know you guys are kidding. No surprise door painting raids. If you're going to fly here to surprise me, you can dress up in black and wear the paint, face paint, and the commando caps, but just take me out, kidnap me and take me out for a beer. That would be fine. But no surprise door painting. Especially since we don't have any shades on the windows and you never know what kind of, what we're wearing as we walk around. So it could be awkward. Okay, that's it. JA, the last comment, paint should be shaken, not stirred. Thank you. Anyway, this is John. Chef John, signing off. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. And we will talk to you again on Wednesday for the very private, completely exclusive members chat. Again, if you want to do that and you're still hanging tight, hit the join button under any video, as I now just am shamelessly promoting the memberships. It is the best. What is it? $4.95. The best $4.95 or $4.99, whatever it is, a month you've ever spent. And as we like to say, what is that? One large coffee drink from Starbucks. Come on, people, or a pack of cigarettes. Quit smoking and become a member of Food Wishes. All right, that's it. Have a great rest of the weekend. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. In the meantime, take care, stay safe, and as always, enjoy. Say goodbye, Michelle.
Bye, Michelle.
All right, ending stream. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Ending stream.